Welcome back to Smoky Ribs. I'm Russ Jones. We have had a really fun weekend. We took our sailboat, the Southern Lady, out to Horn Island yesterday. Horn Island is a barrier island, just like Petty Boy Island, Ship Island, Chandelier. We have islands scattered across that really protects our Mississippi coastline, unless, of course, a hurricane rips through here, then ain't much going to protect you from that. But I decided to come back to the dock for this cook. I'm going to be doing another cook. It was really windy, a lot of waves, and I really didn't want to boil water on a rocking boat like that. So we're back at the dock. It's Sunday morning. I say Sunday morning, it's actually Sunday about 1 o'clock. So it's lunchtime, it's time to cook. And what I'm going to be doing for you today is a shrimp and sausage pastalaya. It's going to have a lot of good Cajun flavors in it. It's going to be good. And I'm still rocking and reeling. I tell you what, we hooked up this morning, man. The wind was blowing and we had this sailboat ripping through there. Anyway, we had a great time, a lot of good wind, a lot of good sailing. I'm gonna run some clips at the in the intro on this, so kind of give you an idea. If you'd like to see more of the footage, please go see my son's YouTube channel. Sailing Southern Lady is the name of his channel. I'll have a link in the description box, and he'll have a lot more footage of our weekend. Let's go ahead and get busy right after this. Alright, here's my pot of boiling water. That's all we got. Into that, I'm going to be adding in some Jacobsen sea salt. Salted some water up for some fettuccine. Our water is boiling, so we're going in with the dry fettuccine, and we're just going to cook this till al dente. Alright, now these have been cooking around 7-8 minutes. They are al dente, which means they're not fully cooked. And the reason for that being, they will be going back into this dish to finish off. Alright, so I've taken care of the fettuccine. Now what I've got in here is 1 pound of the small Gulf shrimp. These come from these very waters right here. But we got to season them. And what I'm using today, I just got this in. A guy out of I think Eunice, Louisiana sent this to me, wanted me to try it out. So this is the first time I'm trying it. Never have tried it. We're going to find out, but I smelled it. It has a lot of citrus. I looked at the ingredients. It has, what did it say? It has lemon powder. I've never heard of lemon powder. It sounds good. It's also got lime juice. You could definitely smell it. As everybody knows, that goes very well with seafood. Seafood rub. Alright, we're just going to season our shrimp with that. We're going to hold. We're going to stir these around a bit. These are only going to take 2 to 3 minutes. Whenever they turn pink, they'll be good enough. And I might not even cure them all the way, because them too will have to go back into the finished product and cook for an additional few minutes. We're going to go in with a little bit more seasoning. Alright, so I just removed the shrimp, and into this I've added a smoked pork sausage. And as you can see, the butter's still in the bottom with all the seasonings that it picked up from this Cajun Life seafood rub. The sausage I always use when it comes to smoked pork is Conecuh sausage out of Conecuh County, Alabama. And I'm not promoting them. They've never heard of me. It's just really good sausage. And that's what I always use. I use this on a lot of things. So we're just going to brown this for a second, but we're also going to be adding in right now some peppers, onions, and celery. Alright, so I'm going in with the onions, bell pepper, and celery. And the amount that I have is I have 1 medium yellow onion, I have 1 medium bell pepper, and I'll use 1 stalk of celery. And I also use the leaf on the stalk of celery. A lot of people discard that. There's a lot of flavor in that leaf, so I always use it. So we're just going to let these get tender and sweat out. and we'll be back. Now I'm going to add in 3 cloves of minced garlic, fresh garlic I minced earlier. You want to do that kind of towards the end as to not brown or burn the garlic. That gives it a really bitter taste. You won't like it. Got about a half a teaspoon of oregano. This is dried oregano. About 1 teaspoon of paprika. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of white pepper. Half a teaspoon of thyme. And about a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're going to give all this a really good stir. Alright, I've got 3 Roma tomatoes that I've chopped up going in. We're just going to let these sit here and stew down for a few minutes. I might kick my fire up just a touch since that cooled it off. There we go. Now we're going to add in about a tablespoon of tomato paste. And yeah, we're on a sailboat. We're using plasticware. Just incorporate that into it. Now we're going to add in 3/4 cup of chicken broth. You're probably wondering why I don't use the seafood stock instead of the chicken stock. Chicken stock will give it more depth of flavor any day of the week than a seafood stock. It's going to pair very well. Just trust me on that. Now 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Incorporate all this. Alright, I'm going to bring this back up to a pretty good simmer. It's going to have to cook a few minutes and reduce some. Now I'm going back in with the shrimp. We're going to go about another 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, we're about a minute or 2 away from taking this off, so I'm going to add in some parsley as well. Also some green onion that I've diced up. About another minute. So what we're going to do now is transfer all this on top of that fettuccine. We're going to incorporate it all through the noodles. Alright, I've got this on a low simmer, and we're just going to continue to cook this for around another 3 minutes to finish cooking the pasta. And it's going to really adhere all the sauce into the pasta as well. We're going to plate this up once it's done here, like I said, about 3, maybe 4 minutes, and we'll do a quick taste test. There's our end result. Looks pretty doggone good to me. Let's give it a try. Absolutely fantastic. Screams Cajun food. I'm really liking the seasoning. That has an excellent flavor. I'll have a link in the description box where this came from. I've got to eat. Until next time, Smoky Ribs.